Hello dear children, welcome to the EVS online class. I am Jinisha, your EVS teacher. Hope you all have enjoyed your autumn vacation. And now we are back to our studies. So let's start. We are discussing our 9th lesson. What is the name of that lesson? Yes, how plants make food. How plants make food? Plants make their food using water and carbon dioxide in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. And this process is called as, yes, photosynthesis. So photosynthesis is the process by which plants prepare their food using water and carbon dioxide in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. Using the energy of the sunlight, leaves change water and carbon dioxide into a kind of sugar, which is the food of the plant. Only a small part of this food is used by the plant for their growth, for repairing damage, and for making flowers, fruits, and seeds. The rest of the food is converted into starch, and it is stored in different parts of the plant, like the stem, root, flowers, fruits, and seeds. And we also watched 2 videos showing the experiment to test the presence of starch in leaves and also to show that light is essential for photosynthesis, and also another experiment to show that chlorophyll is needed for photosynthesis. Now we have to take a small portion in this lesson, that is plants and animals depend on each other. Do plants and animals depend on each other? Yes. How? So today let's discuss about the interdependence of plants and animals. During photosynthesis, plants take in carbon dioxide from the air and give out oxygen. So plants add oxygen to the air. In the same way, during breathing, animals take in oxygen from the air and give out carbon dioxide. Plants use this carbon dioxide to prepare their food, and animals use the oxygen released by the plants for their breathing. So plants depend on animals for carbon dioxide and animals depend on plants for oxygen. Also, animals depend on plants for food. We have studied about herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. Do you remember?
Herbivores are organisms that eat only plants. Example, cow, goat. Carnivores are organisms that eat the flesh of other animals. Example, lion, tiger. And omnivores are organisms that eat both plants and animals. Example, crow, fox.
So all animals depend upon the plants either directly or indirectly for their food. So animals depend on plants for food and oxygen, and plants depend on animals for carbon dioxide. There is a balance between the plants and animals in nature. Because of this balance, plants get enough carbon dioxide for preparing food and animals get enough oxygen for their survival. So this balance should be maintained well. This balance will be disturbed if the number of plants or animals increases or decreases. For example, if the number of plants decreases, the amount of oxygen in the air will be decreased. Then the animals will not get enough oxygen for breathing. Similarly, if the number of animals decreases, the amount of carbon dioxide in the air will be decreased and plants will not get enough carbon dioxide to prepare their food. So it's our duty to protect the nature and to make sure that the balance between plants and animals is maintained well. So plants and animals depend on each other, and the balance between the plants and animals should be maintained well. That's all about the interdependence between plants and animals. So we have completed this lesson. Now let's do the text exercises.
Open your textbook, page number 65. First section is choose the correct options. First question, which of these is not needed for photosynthesis? What is the answer? Yes, oxygen. Second question, through which part does carbon dioxide enter the leaf? Answer is stomata. Third question, which two substances are put together by plants to make food? What is the answer? Carbon dioxide and water. Fourth one, what is produced during photosynthesis? Answer is sugar. Fifth question, which of the following happens during photosynthesis? The answer is carbon dioxide is used and oxygen is released. The next section is write T for true or F for false. First question, all living things can make their own food. Answer is false. Second question, only the green parts of a plant can make food. That is false. Third question, the energy needed for photosynthesis comes from food. It is also false. Energy needed for photosynthesis comes from sunlight. Fourth question, leaves take in water through their stomata. That is also false. Next section is match the words in the two columns. In column A, first question is chlorophyll. How will you match it on the other side? Yes, the substance that traps sunlight. Second one, water. It is taken up by roots. Third one, stomata. It is the tiny holes on the underside of a leaf. Fourth one, starch. It is the stored food in plants. Then fifth one, leaf. It is the food factory of the plant. The next section is what am I? First question, I am the substance that gives a green color to plants. Answer is yes, chlorophyll. Second one, I am a tube that takes water to parts of a leaf. Answer is veins. Third one, I am the gas that leaves take from air to make food. Answer is carbon dioxide. Fourth one, I am the gas given out during photosynthesis. What is the answer? Yes, oxygen. In page number 68, there is an activity to draw the pictures of 4 leaves that you think are beautiful in the space provided. So you draw the pictures of leaves neatly in the columns provided. Then next there is a project to make a presentation on the different uses of leaves. For this, make a list of leaves used as food, as packaging material, as housing material and in traditional medicine. So you can write at least 2 examples for each. 2 examples for leaves used as food, as packaging material. 2 examples for leaf used as housing material and also in traditional medicine. No need to do it as a project. You just write the examples in the textbook itself.
Just after watching this video, read textbook page number 64. From notebook, study question number 5 and 6 from fill in the blanks and question number 3, 4, 5 from answer the following. So let's meet in the next class. Thank you.